Hello there, and welcome to the Sleepy Science Channel. Tonight's journey takes us upward, into the endless expanse above our heads. We'll explore some of the most intriguing and surprising stories of UFOs, and the many ways they've been seen, studied, and wondered about across history. Some of what we'll encounter will be familiar, like the famous incidents you may have heard whispered about for years. Others will be unexpected, like sightings in places you'd never think to look, or cases that remain unexplained even after careful investigation. But each one will offer a glimpse into the mystery of the skies, strange, beautiful, and sometimes just beyond our understanding. This evening, we'll wander through 100 fascinating facts, from the first recorded sightings to modern-day encounters captured on radar and video. You might find yourself drifting towards sleep, or simply letting these quiet mysteries play out in the background. If you enjoy these videos and would like to join us for more nighttime explorations, you can like and subscribe below. And feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments. But for now, all you need to do is get comfortable. Let your breathing slow, your thoughts soften, and allow the wonder of the night sky to wash gently over you. Let's begin. The first recorded UFO sightings go back thousands of years. Long before the age of flight, people looked to the heavens and saw things they could not name. Ancient records from China speak of glowing spheres drifting through the night. Roman historians described phantom ships sailing high above the land. In medieval Europe, entire towns claimed to see lights dancing across the stars. Some of these accounts were likely meteors or comets, while others may have been unusual clouds, auroras, or optical illusions. But the similarity of certain descriptions across cultures that never knew each other is difficult to ignore. The words are different, but the sense of awe is the same. Something strange, silent, and unexpected, moving where nothing should be. Whether they were natural events, misunderstood human inventions, or something far more mysterious, these sightings remind us that humanity's fascination with unexplained lights in the sky is as old as our earliest apimpi. Stories. Some UFOs have been reported entering volcanic craters. In a handful of striking cases, witnesses have described strange lights or craft disappearing directly into the mouths of active volcanoes. Observers in places like Mexico and Japan, both with frequent volcanic activity, have filmed glowing objects approaching a crater, hovering briefly, and then vanishing inside. Scientists note that volcanoes release intense heat and electromagnetic energy, which could create unusual visual effects or attract curious onlookers, human or otherwise. Some suggest these sightings could be drones or aircraft monitoring geological activity, but others insist the object's speed, silence, and abrupt disappearance are unlike any known technology. Whether coincidence, misidentification, or something more mysterious, the idea of the unknown slipping into the fiery heart of the Earth adds a dramatic twist to the already enigmatic UFO story. Some UFOs have been seen reversing direction instantly. Aircraft can bank, turn, and even perform tight loops, but they cannot abruptly reverse course without slowing down first. Yet some UFO reports describe objects moving in one direction at high speed, and then, without any arc or hesitation, darting back the way they came. Witnesses often compare the maneuver to a ball bouncing off an invisible wall. Radar operators have occasionally confirmed such reversals, with targets flipping their heading in a single frame of data. Known aircraft would experience crushing G-forces during such a move, but these objects show no sign of strain or instability. Whether the effect is a trick of perspective or the result of a technology that bypasses our understanding of inertia, these instantaneous reversals are among the most baffling behaviors attributed to the phenomenon. Some encounters involve objects emerging from thunderclouds. Towering thunderheads hide powerful lightning and turbulent air, but also, according to some reports, strange visitors. Pilots and ground observers have described luminous shapes sliding silently from the edges of storm clouds, glowing faintly against the dark backdrop. Sometimes the objects vanish back into the clouds. Other times they streak away at speed, seemingly unaffected by the violent weather around them. Meteorologists acknowledge that storm clouds can create unusual lighting effects, but the structured, deliberate movement described in these cases is harder to explain. If the accounts are accurate, whatever these objects are, they appear comfortable operating in conditions that would challenge even the most advanced aircraft. UFOs have occasionally been seen aligning with stars. A few observers have reported an odd behavior, strange lights drifting across the sky, only to stop and settle into position among the stars, blending perfectly with the night. To the naked eye, they become indistinguishable from the constellations around them. Some sightings end there, the new star remaining fixed until it simply fades away. Others end more dramatically, with the light suddenly detaching from its place and moving off at speed. While satellites can sometimes mimic this effect, the timing and behavior in these reports suggest intent rather than coincidence. The idea of an object hiding in plain sight, masquerading as a star, is as unsettling as it is clever. Some sightings involve perfectly synchronized groups of objects. Not all UFOs appear alone. In certain cases, multiple objects, sometimes dozens, have been seen flying in flawless formation, shifting patterns as if part of a choreographed display. These formations can stretch across miles of sky, with each object maintaining precise distance from the others. Drones can now replicate such patterns, but many reports predate drone technology, and some involve altitudes or speeds beyond their capabilities. The synchronization suggests coordination and communication between the objects, though no signals have ever been detected. Whether the purpose is navigation, display, or something unknown, the sight of so many lights moving as one is both beautiful and deeply mysterious. Some UFOs leave behind unusual ground traces. In rare close encounters, investigators have found physical marks at the locations where UFOs were reported to have landed or hovered. These can include circular patches of flattened vegetation, scorched soil, or oddly arranged debris. In some cases, plants in the affected area show signs of accelerated growth or sudden withering. Soil samples have revealed changes in composition or magnetism, though such findings remain debated. While hoaxes and natural causes can explain some ground traces, others remain linked to sightings involving multiple credible witnesses. These physical remnants, however ambiguous, are rare moments when the mystery leaves a tangible footprint on the Earth itself. Objects have been filmed diving into the ocean without splash. A particularly puzzling kind of report involves craft that approach the sea at high speed and vanish beneath the surface without slowing down or creating a visible splash. Navy personnel and civilian boaters alike have described such events, sometimes accompanied by radar or sonar contacts tracking the object underwater. The seamless transition between air and water suggests extraordinary engineering, or perhaps a physical property unlike any known vehicle. While some of these could be misidentified seabirds or optical illusions, the clean, silent entry described in multiple cases continues to defy easy explanation. Some UFOs appear to change shape mid-flight. While most aircraft retain a consistent form, some UFOs have been described as shifting shapes while in motion, spheres elongating into ovals, triangles flattening into disks, or structured craft dissolving into clusters of smaller lights. This could be an effect of changing perspective, but in some cases the transformations have been observed through telescopes or binoculars, confirming actual changes in outline. Such behavior challenges the idea of these objects as rigid machines. If true, it suggests either advanced adaptive structures or that some UFOs are composed of energy or matter behaving in ways unfamiliar to us. Some UFO reports include the smell of ozone or metal. A few close-range encounters have included unusual scents, a sharp, metallic tang, or the distinctive smell of ozone, like the air after a lightning strike. Witnesses have sometimes noticed these odors lingering after the object departed, particularly in areas where it was seen hovering low to the ground. Ozone can be produced by electrical discharges, while metallic smells might come from heated materials or chemical reactions. If these accounts are accurate, they suggest that the objects interact physically with the air in detectable ways. It's a reminder that UFO encounters are not always just a matter of sight and sound. Sometimes they can be a matter of smell as well. Triangular UFOs have been reported worldwide. Not all UFOs are saucer-shaped. Across the globe, witnesses have described vast silent triangles, often black against the stars, with bright lights at each corner and sometimes a faint glow at the center. These craft have been reported flying low over cities, gliding slowly over countryside, and even hovering in complete stillness before darting away at impossible speeds. Unlike fleeting points of light, they seem solid, almost tangible, and their size can dwarf commercial aircraft. Some move with eerie grace, others with sudden bursts of motion that no known aircraft can match. Triangles have been sighted in Europe, the Americas, Asia, and Australia, often by multiple witnesses at once. The reports span decades, suggesting a long-running presence. Whether experimental human technology or something else entirely, these dark, silent shapes have become one of the most enduring and unsettling forms in the catalogue of UFO encounters. Certain UFO encounters involve electromagnetic interference. Many UFO reports describe an unnerving side effect: electronics failing when the object appears. Drivers have found their headlights dimming, dashboards flickering, and engines stalling without warning. Pilots have reported compasses spinning wildly, radios falling silent, and navigation systems locking up. In some cases, the interference vanishes the moment the UFO departs, as if whatever caused it simply switched off. Such disruptions could be explained by powerful magnetic fields or bursts of electromagnetic radiation, but those forces would need to be generated deliberately or by a technology far beyond anything in public use. The consistency of these reports, from both civilians and trained military observers, suggests a genuine phenomenon. If these craft do emit strong electromagnetic fields, it could mean they use propulsion systems we have yet to understand, or that they have a way of interacting with our technology in ways we do not expect. UFO sightings sometimes coincide with power outages. On certain occasions, mysterious lights in the sky have appeared moments before large-scale blackouts. In one famous case, an entire region lost power for several minutes, during which multiple witnesses claimed to see a vast, silent craft drifting overhead. Sometimes the object is reported near a power station or following transmission lines. Other times it hovers briefly before the lights flicker out. Skeptics suggest these are coincidences, that sightings happen more often during storms or technical failures. But for those who have stood in the sudden dark, with only an unearthly light above them, the link feels undeniable. If the connection is real, it raises more questions than answers. Are these objects unintentionally affecting our power grids or deliberately drawing energy? Until one is observed up close in such a moment, the tie between UFOs and blackouts will remain an intriguing and unsettling mystery. Radar has occasionally tracked unidentified objects. When a strange light is spotted in the sky, skeptics often ask for physical evidence. Radar sometimes provides it. In certain cases, unidentified objects have been detected moving at speeds far beyond known aircraft, or changing direction so sharply that no pilot could withstand the forces involved. Some vanish from screens instantly, as if they simply ceased to exist. The most compelling cases are correlated sightings, when people on the ground or in the air see something at the same time radar confirms an object in that exact location. In rare instances, multiple radar stations have tracked the same unknown simultaneously, ruling out equipment errors. Atmospheric effects and false returns can happen, but they cannot explain every incident. These moments suggest that at least some UFOs are not tricks of the eye. They have a physical presence that can be measured, if only for a fleeting moment. The 2021 UAP report admitted dozens of cases remain mysterious. In June 2021, the US government released an unclassified report on unidentified aerial phenomena, reviewing 144 military encounters between 2004 and 2021. Only one was definitively explained, a balloon. The rest remained unresolved. Many showed unusual flight characteristics, hovering motionless in high winds, accelerating rapidly, or shifting seamlessly between air and water. The report avoided guessing at their origins, focusing instead on the fact that these objects could not be explained with current knowledge. For decades, official statements tended to dismiss UFO reports. This time, the language was careful, almost neutral, acknowledging mystery without inviting speculation. For researchers and enthusiasts, it was a small but historic shift, an official admission that something is in the skies that we cannot identify, that behaves in ways our technology cannot match, and that remains, for now, beyond the reach of explanation. UFO sightings occur in remote areas and big cities alike. We often imagine UFO sightings happening in empty deserts or lonely fields, far from the lights of civilization. Yet they are reported just as often over crowded cities. People have seen glowing spheres over the rooftops of Manhattan, silent craft drifting above Tokyo, and strange formations of lights above London's skyline. In rural areas, the objects may linger longer. Visible against a clearer sky in cities, they may vanish quickly among buildings and light pollution. The contrast is striking. Whether over quiet farmland or bustling streets, the reports describe the same unusual shapes, lights, and movements. Geography doesn't seem to matter. It suggests that whatever these objects are, they do not avoid populated areas. Or perhaps they appear everywhere, and we simply notice them more in places we expect the sky to be empty. The mystery is as present above us in crowds as in solitude. Certain objects appear unusually dark against the sky. Most UFOs are described as glowing or reflective, but a subset are reported as so dark they seem to absorb light. Witnesses say these objects appear as moving voids, darker than the surrounding night or daytime clouds, making them visible only by the way they block stars or alter the sky's brightness. Stealth aircraft are designed to reduce radar visibility, but not to absorb light in this way. The phenomenon recalls black triangle sightings, but in these cases, the shapes are often irregular or shifting. Their light-drinking quality adds a quiet menace, as if they are not illuminated by the same world we are. Some witnesses claim missing time after encounters. A driver sees a bright light ahead, then finds themselves miles down the road with no memory of how they got there. A hiker watches a strange object pass overhead, then realizes night has fallen hours earlier than it should have. This is the unsettling phenomenon known as missing time. It is one of the most controversial aspects of UFO lore, often dismissed as memory lapse, stress response, or altered consciousness. Yet the consistency of such stories is striking, and sometimes they are shared by multiple witnesses, experiencing the same unexplained gap. Watches, phones, and other devices occasionally confirm the lost hours. While some researchers avoid the topic for fear it will undermine credibility, others see it as an important clue. Whether psychological, physical, or something stranger still, missing time is among the most personal and haunting experiences tied to UFO encounters. Pilots have reported UFOs for over a century. From the earliest days of aviation, pilots have described strange craft keeping pace with them in the sky. In the First and Second World Wars, these became known as Foo fighters, glowing spheres or lights that seem to follow military planes. Since then, both civilian and military pilots have reported sightings, objects that dart away faster than any jet, hover motionless in mid-air, or disappear entirely. Pilots' training makes them skilled observers, and their reluctance to speak publicly often means that when they do, their words carry weight. In some cases, multiple pilots in different aircraft have witnessed the same object, making mistaken identification less likely. That such accounts span more than 100 years suggests the phenomenon is not a recent invention. Only our tools for observing, recording, and sharing it have changed. The mystery has flown alongside us since flight began. Some appear to follow aircraft the long distances. One recurring theme in pilot reports is the sensation of being followed. Bright orbs, glowing triangles, and metallic craft have been seen shadowing planes for miles, keeping perfect pace as though tethered by an invisible thread. Some remain off to the side, others change position rapidly, slipping from wing to wing or vanishing before reappearing again. Pilots sometimes describe a feeling of being observed, though the objects make no move to communicate. While these encounters rarely result in danger, they can be deeply unsettling. In the absence of any known technology capable of such precise, sustained tracking, especially at high speeds or altitudes, the motive remains unclear. Are these objects simply coincidentally traveling the same path, or are they deliberately studying our movements? Until one is intercepted or makes itself known, the answer will remain drifting, just out of reach. Metallic UFOs are among the most commonly reported. When witnesses describe UFOs, many speak of objects with a metallic sheen, smooth, reflective surfaces that glint in sunlight or shimmer faintly under the stars. These craft are often likened to polished steel, aluminum, or brushed silver. Some appear disc-shaped, others cigar-like, but their surfaces seem seamless, without visible rivets, seams, or markings. Pilots have reported catching the flash of sunlight from such objects miles away, only to watch them vanish or dart off in an instant. In daylight sightings, their color can shift with the angle of light, creating the impression of fluid metal. The lack of visible engines or exhaust often leaves observers puzzled, as does their apparent ability to hover without motion or sound. Whether these metallic appearances are literal or an illusion caused by unusual light and atmospheric conditions, they remain a recurring and compelling detail in UFO encounters worldwide. UFOs have been reported during major astronomical events. Eclipses, meteor showers, and comet appearances have drawn skywatchers for centuries and, intriguingly, have sometimes coincided with UFO reports. When large numbers of people are watching the heavens at once, unusual lights or shapes become more likely to be noticed. In some cases, witnesses have reported objects moving against the expected paths of meteors or emerging from the darkness after an eclipse reaches totality. Historical records describe strange formations appearing alongside comets or lights that seem to shadow the moon during a lunar eclipse. Skeptics point out that these events can also create visual illusions as our eyes adjust to sudden changes in light. Still, the overlap between celestial spectacles and UFO sightings has been enough to spark theories. Perhaps such times are opportunities for these unknown craft to observe us in return, knowing that more eyes than usual are looking toward the sky. The Cold War, fueled a surge in UFO sightings. Between the late 1940s and the end of the 1980s, reports of UFOs spiked across the world. The Cold War era was a time of rapid technological development, secretive weapons testing, and widespread public anxiety about what might be lurking in the skies. Military pilots, radar operators, and civilians alike reported strange craft, sometimes mistaken for enemy aircraft, sometimes dismissed as imagination. Governments on both sides of the Iron Curtain investigated sightings, though official explanations often favored misidentifications or classified projects. Some historians believe many UFO reports from this era were linked to experimental aircraft whose existence was hidden from the public. Others note that the sheer number of sightings, often involving objects far beyond known capabilities, suggests that not all could be explained away. In this tense climate, the unknown above our heads was yet another mystery in a world already full of secrets. Soviet-era UFO reports were often classified. In the Soviet Union, reports of unexplained aerial phenomena were sometimes treated as matters of state security. Military pilots encountering strange craft could find their accounts classified, accessible only to select government and defense officials. Some declassified Soviet documents reveal incidents eerily similar to Western reports. Objects accelerating rapidly, performing impossible turns, or vanishing without trace. Civilian reports were less likely to be investigated publicly, though researchers within the USSR quietly collected and studied them. In some cases, the line between UFO sightings and suspected foreign aircraft blurred, making official secrecy a priority. After the fall of the Soviet Union, more information emerged, revealing decades of hidden cases. While many could be explained by secret technology or atmospheric phenomena, others remain without answers. These reports show that the mystery of UFOs transcended political borders, quietly unfolding in the skies over East and West alike. Others seem to merge into clouds. Some UFO sightings end not with the object vanishing into the distance, but with it appearing to dissolve into a cloud. Witnesses have described watching a distinct craft glide toward a bank of clouds and then fade from sight, not hidden behind the vapor, but seemingly absorbed into it. In a few cases, the cloud itself has then moved in unnatural ways, as if carrying the object within. This has led to speculation that some UFOs might be using clouds as cover, or even generating their own to conceal their presence. Atmospheric scientists note that light and shadow can play strange tricks near clouds, making objects appear to blend into them. Still, when multiple witnesses report the same impossible seeming transition, the effect becomes harder to dismiss as illusion alone. Whether natural or deliberate, it adds another layer of strangeness to the mystery of the skies. The UK Ministry of Defence once investigated UFOs. For decades, the United Kingdom's Ministry of Defence ran a low-profile program to collect and analyse UFO reports. This work, often carried out quietly by a small team, involved interviewing witnesses, reviewing radar data, and comparing sightings with known aircraft movements. The MOD's stated interest was in potential defense threats, not extraterrestrial origins, but the files reveal numerous unexplained cases. When the program's archives were eventually declassified, the public gained access to detailed witness statements, sketches, and official assessments. Some were easily explained: balloons, satellites, or misidentified stars. Others were left unresolved, with the files noting no conventional explanation. The release of these documents confirmed what many had suspected: that governments, even while downplaying public interest in UFOs, were quietly keeping track of them for reasons of national security. Curiosity alike. Daytime UFO sightings are rarer but still common. Night provides the perfect backdrop for strange lights, But UFOs are also seen under the full glare of daylight. These sightings are often more striking because the objects can be viewed in clearer detail. Witnesses have described metallic discs reflecting the sun, dark shapes gliding silently overhead, or bright spheres moving against the wind. Daytime sightings tend to be harder to dismiss as stars, planets, or reflections, and they often allow observers to judge distance, size, and speed more accurately. Pilots have reported seeing unusual craft in daylight from thousands of feet in the air, and some of the most famous UFO photographs were taken under blue skies. While the reduced number of daytime reports may be due to fewer people watching the sky in daylight, those that do occur can be among the most compelling cases in the UFO record. Certain reports describe beams of light shining down. In some encounters, UFOs are said to project beams of light toward the ground or water below. These are often described as narrow, sharply defined shafts, sometimes visible even in daylight. Witnesses have seen these beams illuminate specific points, a patch of forest, a building, or the surface of the ocean, as though searching or examining something. In a few cases, the light appears to move or scan, sweeping across the landscape. While searchlights from aircraft can produce similar effects, the beams described in UFO reports often extend from hovering objects with no visible engines or propellers, and they do not scatter or fade like AT. Ordinary light in the air. Whether a visual illusion or a purposeful action, these moments add an almost theatrical element to the phenomenon, as though the unknown is not only present, but actively interacting with the world below. Some UFO reports come from remote Arctic regions. The Arctic's vast frozen landscapes are among the least populated places on Earth, yet even here, strange objects have been seen. Explorers, researchers, and military personnel stationed in far northern latitudes have described lights moving swiftly across the sky, sometimes dipping toward the horizon before vanishing. In polar regions, unusual atmospheric phenomena such as auroras and mirages can play tricks on the eyes, but not all sightings match these explanations. Some accounts involve radar confirmation or multiple witnesses observing the same object from different locations. The isolation of the Arctic means such events are rarely reported widely, but they suggest that UFOs are not confined to temperate climates or densely populated areas. Whether drawn by strategic interest in remote outposts or simply passing through, these sightings hint that the phenomenon can appear anywhere on Earth, even at the edges of human habitation. Flares were claimed as the cause, but many disagree. In some well-known UFO cases, authorities have attributed mysterious lights to flares, bright burning devices dropped from aircraft that drift slowly downward under parachutes. Flares can create patterns of light in the sky, sometimes resembling a formation of glowing orbs. One of the most famous examples is the 1997 Phoenix Lights incident, where the US military said flares explained the second wave of sightings. Many witnesses, however, insist that what they saw did not behave like flares at all, maintaining steady positions or moving as a single large object. While flares are a reasonable explanation in some cases, they cannot account for all sightings. This has led to ongoing debates between official sources and eyewitnesses, with each side certain of what they observed. The disagreement highlights one of the central challenges in UFO research: the gap between official explanations and personal experience. Photo analysis can reveal fakes and hoaxes. Photographs and videos of UFOs are often the first things people want to see after a reported sighting, but images can be deceiving. Skilled photo analysts examine details such as light, shadow, focus, and background consistency to determine whether an object was truly in the scene or added later. They look for clues like inconsistent reflections, blurred edges that don't match the rest of the picture, or digital artifacts from editing. Some famous classic UFO photos have been revealed as hoaxes through such methods, including models suspended by strings or objects tossed into the air. Yet, analysis has also confirmed that some images show no signs of manipulation and remain unexplained. The process requires patience and technical skill, but it helps separate genuine mysteries from deliberate fakes, ensuring that the most compelling cases stand apart from those designed only to deceive. Weather balloons have caused some of the most famous UFO confusions. Lightweight, reflective, and capable of drifting to high altitudes, weather balloons have been mistaken for UFOs many times. Their silvered surfaces can gleam in sunlight, and when caught at the right angle, they may appear as bright disks or glowing orbs against the sky. As they rise, changing atmospheric conditions can make them appear to hover, move oddly, or vanish entirely. The Roswell incident of 1947, often cited as the birth of modern UFO culture, was officially attributed to a classified balloon project. While balloons provide a reasonable explanation in some cases, they can't account for objects seen performing rapid maneuvers or accelerating out of sight. Still, their role in UFO history is significant, a reminder that not every mysterious sighting is extraordinary, and that the boundary between the explainable and the truly unknown is sometimes surprisingly thin. Some UFOs appear capable of instant acceleration. Perhaps one of the most baffling behaviors reported is the sudden, extreme acceleration of some UFOs. Witnesses have described objects that hover in place for minutes, then streak away so fast they vanish in a blink. Military radar operators have recorded targets going from a standstill to thousands of miles per hour in seconds, speeds that would crush a human pilot under immense air forces. No known aircraft, even experimental ones, can move like this in Earth's atmosphere. Some researchers speculate that such movements could involve propulsion methods beyond jet engines or rockets, perhaps manipulating gravity or inertia. Others suggest that what we perceive as rapid acceleration might be something else entirely, a trick of perspective, or even an object jumping between positions rather than traveling between them. Whatever the mechanism, these reports push the limits of what we believe is possible in controlled flight. Swarms of drones have been mistaken for UFOs. In recent years, the rise of small, powerful drones has added a new layer of complexity to UFO reports. A coordinated group of drones can create formations of lights that move in patterns difficult to distinguish from more mysterious phenomena. From a distance, especially at night, the synchronized movement of multiple drones can resemble a single large craft with shifting lights. Law enforcement agencies have received calls about such displays, often discovering that they were part of organized shows or hobbyist gatherings. However, in some instances, the number, speed, or altitude of the lights exceeded what standard drones can achieve, keeping those sightings unexplained. The growing presence of drones means investigators must carefully consider them as a possible explanation, while remaining open to the possibility that not everything unusual in the sky is made by human hands. UFO shapes range from spheres to cigars. When most people imagine a UFO, they think of a flying saucer, but reported shapes vary widely. Many sightings involve spheres, either metallic or glowing, drifting alone or in groups. Others describe elongated cigar-shaped craft, sometimes with rows of lights along the sides. There are reports of ovals, diamonds, and even objects with irregular, asymmetrical outlines. The diversity of shapes raises questions. Does each represent a different type of craft? Or do we simply perceive the same object differently depending on distance, lighting, and angle? Some researchers speculate that the variety could indicate multiple origins, while others think the shapes might be adaptive, changing for reasons unknown. The fact that similar shapes appear in reports from different continents and decades apart suggests that whatever these objects are, they are not random. Their forms may hold clues to their purpose or nature. Project Blue Book collected thousands of UFO reports. From 1952 to 1969, the US Air Force operated Project Blue Book, a formal investigation into UFO sightings. Based at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, the project gathered over 12,000 reports from military personnel, pilots, police officers, and civilians. Each case was analyzed to determine whether it could be explained by aircraft, astronomical phenomena, weather, or other known causes. While the majority were resolved, about 700 remained classified as unidentified. Blue Book's public stance was that UFOs posed no threat to national security and were not evidence of extraterrestrial life. Still, the files contain detailed witness accounts and technical data that continue to interest researchers. The program's closure marked the end of the Air Force's official involvement in UFO investigation, at least in a public capacity, but its vast archive remains one of the most significant collections of UFO data ever compiled. France has an official UFO research program. Unlike many nations, France has maintained a formal government-run office for studying UFOs, known as Japan Groupe d'études et d'informations sur les phénomènes aérospatiaux non binaires, identifiés. Operating under the French space agency CNES, Japan collects and analyzes reports from the public, police, and aviation authorities. They classify cases according to how well they can be explained, from clearly identified objects to those with no plausible explanation even after investigation. France's approach is unusual in its openness. Japan publishes many of its findings online, including witness sketches and photographs. This transparency has helped demystify some sightings while also highlighting cases that remain puzzling. By treating UFOs, or UAP, as a subject worthy of structured, scientific inquiry, France has set an example for how governments can balance public interest with methodical research into aerial mysteries. Astronauts have reported seeing unusual objects in space. Even in the vacuum beyond Earth's atmosphere, reports of unexplained objects continue. Several astronauts have described seeing lights or shapes moving against the blackness of space, sometimes in ways that did not match the expected paths of satellites or debris. While some of these observations have been attributed to ice crystals, reflections, or equipment parts, others remain uncertain. In rare cases, astronauts have captured photographs or video of these anomalies, adding to the intrigue. Being trained observers, astronauts are skilled at identifying known phenomena, which makes their unexplained sightings all the more interesting. Whether these objects are simply space debris behaving oddly or something entirely unexpected, their presence serves as a reminder that the mysteries of the sky do not end at the edge of our atmosphere. They follow us, even into the silent darkness of space itself. Crop circles are often linked to UFOs, though many are hoaxes. The sudden appearance of intricate patterns flattened into fields of crops has often been linked in the public imagination to UFO activity. Some witnesses claim to have seen strange lights over fields before such formations appeared, leading to speculation about extraterrestrial involvement. However, many crop circles have been proven to be human-made, created overnight using simple tools and careful planning. Despite this, some formations show unusual features: stems bent but not broken, changes in plant structure, or magnetic anomalies in the soil that are harder to explain. Whether entirely human-made, partially natural, or connected to something else, crop circles remain an enduring part of UFO lore. Even knowing that many are deliberate hoaxes, the sheer scale and artistry of some formations continue to inspire awe, curiosity, and a sense that not all mysteries are meant to be solved quickly. Silent black triangles have been seen flying low over cities, Among the most unsettling UFO reports are those involving massive triangular craft flying low and silently over populated areas. Witnesses describe enormous shapes blocking out the stars, often with 3 bright lights at the corners and a 4th in the center. The silence is perhaps the most striking detail. Even at altitudes where a jet's engines would roar, these objects glide without a sound. Some have been reported moving slowly for long distances, as if on deliberate patrol. Others vanish suddenly into the night. Sightings of silent black triangles have occurred in Europe, North America, and beyond, often by multiple witnesses at once. While some could be advanced but undisclosed aircraft, their size, behavior, and complete quietness make them hard to match to anything publicly known. For those who have looked up to see one, the image is unforgettable and deeply mysterious. Some UFOs appear to vanish in mid-air. Witnesses sometimes describe watching a UFO for several minutes, only for it to disappear instantly, without moving out of sight. This is not the slow fading of a distant aircraft or the gradual dimming of a star behind clouds. It is a sudden absence, as if the object simply ceased to exist. Some speculate that this could be due to abrupt acceleration directly away from the observer, but in many cases, there's no visible motion at all. Others suggest cloaking technology or a shift to wavelengths of light we cannot see. Atmospheric factors like temperature inversions can make objects appear and disappear, yet such conditions cannot explain every report. Whatever the cause, the experience of seeing something solid and undeniable and then seeing nothing in the same spot can leave witnesses shaken and wondering if the craft truly left or is simply still there, unseen. The Pentagon uses the term UAP instead of UFO. In recent years, official US military and intelligence agencies have shifted away from the term UFO in favor of UAP, which stands for Unidentified Aerial Phenomena. The change reflects a desire to move beyond the cultural baggage associated with UFOs, flying saucers, little green men, and decades of science fiction imagery toward a term that sounds more neutral and calm. Scientific. UAP can also refer to unusual events in the sky that might not be solid craft, such as unusual weather patterns or atmospheric anomalies. This broader scope is intended to make military personnel more willing to report sightings without fear of ridicule. By redefining the terminology, the Pentagon has reframed the conversation, moving it from the fringes of pop culture into the realm of legitimate, documented aerial mysteries worthy of investigation. Many viral UFO clips have been debunked. In the age of smartphones and instant sharing, videos claiming to show UFOs can spread across the world in hours. While some turn out to be genuinely puzzling, many are revealed to have far more mundane explanations. Drones, lens flares, birds, and even insects close to the camera can all appear strange when captured under certain lighting or at unusual angles. Some clips are deliberate hoaxes, created using editing software or scale models to attract attention. Skilled analysts look for inconsistencies in lighting, motion, and shadows to spot signs of fakery. In some cases, debunking a viral clip has revealed surprising truths, not aliens, but classified aircraft or unusual atmospheric events. While it can be disappointing to learn that a compelling video isn't what it seemed, careful analysis ensures that genuine mysteries aren't lost in a sea of manufactured illusions. Night vision equipment has captured unusual movements. Military and civilian observers have sometimes used night vision cameras to detect objects invisible to the naked eye. These devices amplify faint light, revealing points that move across the sky in unusual ways. While many are satellites, aircraft, or meteors, some display sharp turns, abrupt stops, or sudden bursts of speed inconsistent with known technology. Footage from night vision systems has shown formations of such lights traveling together. sometimes blinking in patterns or shifting positions mid-flight. Skeptics argue that some of these sightings could be insects, birds, or camera artifacts, but trained operators insist that certain cases defy such explanations. Night vision adds an extra layer to UFO observation, capturing movements that occur in complete darkness and sometimes revealing that the sky is busier and stranger than it appears to the unaided eye. The Phoenix Lights remain one of the most witnessed UFO events. On the evening of March 13, 1997, thousands of people across Arizona and Nevada reported seeing enormous V-shaped formations of lights moving silently through the sky. The phenomenon occurred in two waves. The first involved a massive craft or formation drifting overhead, and the second, later in the night, involved a row of stationary lights over the mountains. While the US military attributed the second set to flares dropped during training exercises, many witnesses maintained that what they saw earlier in the evening was not flares at all. The event remains one of the most widely witnessed UFO sightings in history, involving people from all walks of life, including pilots, police officers, and government officials. Decades later, the Phoenix Lights continue to inspire documentaries, debates, and speculation, a reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary events unfold right above crowded cities. Roswell remains the most famous UFO mystery. In July 1947, debris from a mysterious object was recovered near Roswell, New Mexico. The US military initially stated it had found a flying disc, but quickly retracted the statement, claiming it was a weather balloon. This sudden change fueled decades of speculation about a cover-up, with some believing the wreckage came from an extraterrestrial craft. Over time, new witnesses came forward, adding details about strange materials and alleged bodies. Official explanations have pointed to a classified balloon program known as Project Mogul, but the story continues to inspire books, films, and television shows. Whether the Roswell incident was a misunderstanding, a secret military test gone wrong, or something more extraordinary, it has become the central legend of UFO lore. The touchstone for anyone drawn to the idea that the truth might still be hidden in plain sight. Some UFO reports come from ships at sea. The ocean is vast and mostly uninhabited, making it a perfect stage for strange sightings. Sailors and naval personnel have described seeing lights hovering over the water, darting across the horizon, or plunging beneath the surface without a splash. These sightings, sometimes called USOs, unidentified submersible objects, blur the line between aerial and underwater mysteries. Radar and sonar have occasionally recorded such objects, adding weight to the accounts. The remoteness of the open sea means fewer witnesses, but also fewer sources of light or interference, making such sightings more striking. In some cases, the objects appear to interact with ships, pacing them or circling before vanishing. Whether these are advanced human craft, natural phenomena, or something else entirely, the sea remains a place where the unknown can travel freely, far from the watchful eyes of most of the world. Some appear larger than commercial aircraft. Certain UFO sightings involve objects so large they dwarf nearby planes. Witnesses have reported vast shapes passing overhead, blocking out the stars or the moon as they move. In daylight, these craft can appear as massive metallic or dark forms, with no visible wings, engines, or markings. Pilots have sometimes reported such objects at altitudes where large aircraft would normally fly, yet moving silently and without contrails. The sheer size raises questions. How could something so large stay aloft without producing enormous amounts of noise or visible exhaust? While distance and perspective can sometimes make an object appear larger than it really is, in cases with multiple witnesses from different vantage points, the reports suggest truly immense structures. These sightings challenge our understanding of aerodynamics, pushing the limits of what we consider possible in flight. Certain encounters include a humming or low-frequency sound. While many UFOs are reported to be completely silent, others are accompanied by a distinct sound, a deep hum, a low-frequency vibration, or a faint pulsing noise. Witnesses sometimes describe feeling the sound more than hearing it, as if it resonated through the body. These noises have been compared to distant engines, electrical transformers, or the slow thrum of heavy machinery. In some encounters, the sound stops abruptly when the object disappears. Low-frequency vibrations can travel long distances and may be produced by natural or human-made sources, but their presence in otherwise unexplained sightings is intriguing. They might point to a specific type of propulsion system, or perhaps to an effect on the environment caused by the object's movement. Whether mechanical, electromagnetic, or something entirely different, the sound adds a sensory layer to the mystery, making the experience as much felt as seen. The tic-tac UFOs were captured on Navy cameras. In 2004, US Navy pilots training off the coast of California encountered objects that came to be known as tic-tacs for their smooth, white, capsule-like appearance. These craft had no visible wings, engines, or exhaust, yet could hover motionless and accelerate rapidly. Pilots reported them descending from high altitudes to near sea level in seconds, and in some cases, darting away faster than any known aircraft. The encounters were recorded on infrared targeting cameras, capturing the object's unusual shapes and movements. The Pentagon later confirmed the authenticity of these videos, though not the nature of the objects. The tic-tac incidents remain among the most compelling modern UFO cases, combining trained military witness testimony, radar data, and visual evidence, and leaving the question open of what technology, human or otherwise, could perform such extraordinary feats. UFO reports have surged during certain historical periods. While UFO sightings occur in every decade, some periods in history have seen dramatic increases. The late 1940s and early 1950 were marked by a wave of reports, possibly influenced by the dawn of the space age and rising interest in aviation. The 1970s saw another spike, with high-profile cases making international headlines. More recently, periods of geopolitical tension or major scientific achievements have also coincided with increased sightings. Some researchers believe heightened public attention leads more people to report what they see, while others suggest that the phenomena themselves may become more active during certain times, whether caused by social factors, increased surveillance of the skies, or something more mysterious. These surges remind us that the UFO story is not constant. It ebbs and flows, sometimes bursting into public consciousness with a suddenness that reignites curiosity worldwide. Some appear glowing or translucent. Not all UFOs appear as solid metallic objects. Many witnesses describe them as glowing, sometimes softly, sometimes with an intense brilliance that seems to come from within rather than from reflected sunlight. Others have reported craft that appear translucent, as if partly fading into the surrounding air. The glow can range from a steady light to a pulsating rhythm, and colors may shift as the object moves. These unusual appearances have led to speculation about exotic propulsion systems, atmospheric effects, or even intentional camouflage. In some cases, the glow has been bright enough to illuminate the ground below, suggesting significant energy output. Whether these luminous qualities are a byproduct of motion, a deliberate display, or something we do not yet understand, they add an ethereal quality to many encounters, making the craft seem less like machines and more like living presences in the sky. UFO colors have been described as pulsating or changing. Among the most striking details in some UFO sightings is the way the object's color seems to shift. Witnesses have described red lights turning blue, white glows fading to amber, or multicolored patterns pulsing in rhythmic sequences. These changes often occur while the object is hovering, as though the light is an active part of the craft rather than a reflection. Some researchers suggest these effects could be caused by ionized air, plasma, or energy fields surrounding the object. Others wonder if the colors serve as signals or are linked to the craft's operation. Pulsating lights can sometimes be explained by aircraft navigation beacons, but the fluid, unpredictable color changes described in many reports do not match conventional lighting patterns. Whatever the cause, the shifting colors make these objects seem dynamic and alive, as if their very appearance is in motion. The term flying saucer was born from a misquote. The phrase flying saucer entered popular culture in 1947 after pilot Kenneth Arnold reported seeing 9 unusual objects over Washington state. Arnold described them as moving like saucers skipping across water, but a journalist misinterpreted his words to mean the objects themselves were saucer-shaped. The catchy phrase spread quickly, and soon people everywhere were looking for flying saucers in the skies. In reality, Arnold said the craft he saw were crescent-shaped, not round. The term stuck anyway, shaping the image of UFOs in films, books, and art for decades to come. This misunderstanding is a reminder of how language can influence perception. Once the idea of a saucer-shaped craft took hold, reports describing that shape became more common, whether or not it matched what was actually seen. A single misquote helped define an entire era of UFO imagery. Animals have reacted fearfully during UFO sightings. In many reports, animals seem to sense something unusual before humans do. Dogs have been known to bark, whine, or hide during sightings. Horses have bolted in panic, cattle have gathered nervously, and birds have fallen silent. Some witnesses say their pets behaved strangely minutes before a UFO appeared, as if sensing it from afar. While animals are sensitive to changes in light, sound, and electromagnetic fields, these reactions often occur even when the craft is completely silent. Farmers have told of livestock refusing to approach areas where a UFO was later seen, and pets returning to normal behavior only after the object departed. These accounts add another layer to the phenomenon, hinting that whatever is present in these encounters can be perceived beyond human senses, and that our animal companions may sometimes be the first to know when the skies are no longer ordinary. Some UAP show no visible means of propulsion. One of the most puzzling aspects of certain UFOs, or UAP, is their complete lack of visible engines, wings, rotors, or exhaust. Yet they hover, accelerate, and maneuver with apparent ease. Unlike helicopters or airplanes, they produce no obvious noise and leave no contrails in the sky. Some appear to drift like balloons before suddenly darting away at high speed. The absence of any recognizable propulsion system raises questions about how they move. Are they using technology we have yet to invent, or something entirely outside our current understanding of physics? Engineers and scientists examining such cases note that even experimental aircraft still require some visible mechanism for thrust. For now, these silent, streamlined shapes remain one of the most enduring mysteries of UFO sightings, challenging our assumptions about how flight must work. The mystery of UFOs continues despite decades of study. For over 70 years, governments, scientists, and independent researchers have tried to understand the UFO phenomenon. Thousands of sightings have been documented, hundreds investigated in detail, and countless explanations proposed, yet many cases remain unresolved. While some can be attributed to misidentifications, whether phenomena or human-made craft, others resist easy answers. Advances in technology, from radar to satellite imaging, have provided new tools for observation, but have not brought the mystery to a close. Instead, the more we learn, the more questions arise. The enduring nature of the UFO mystery suggests that we may be dealing with something far more complex than a single explanation. Whether the answer lies in advanced technology, undiscovered natural phenomena, or something entirely unexpected, the skies continue to offer reminders that our understanding of the world is still incomplete. Lightning storms have been associated with unexplained lights. Storms can produce a range of atmospheric phenomena, from sheet lightning to ball lightning, that might be mistaken for UFOs. Yet some sightings during storms do not match any known weather effect. Witnesses have reported bright structured objects moving through or above storm clouds, sometimes unaffected by the violent winds and lightning around them. In rare cases, these objects have appeared to emit their own light, distinct from the flashes of the storm. Some theories suggest that storms might provide an energy source, attracting unknown craft or triggering rare natural events that resemble them. While many sightings in bad weather can be explained by electrical phenomena, those that show clear structure, unusual motion, or persistent behavior remain harder to dismiss. The link between storms and UFOs remains an area of curiosity for researchers, one where nature's power and the unknown seem to meet. Unexplained underwater objects have their own name, USO. While UFO stands for Unidentified Flying Object, a similar mystery exists below the waves, USO, or Unidentified Submersible Objects. These are reported as solid objects moving beneath the water's surface at high speeds, sometimes emerging into the air or diving into the sea without a splash. Naval crews have recorded sonar contacts with objects moving faster than any known submarine, and some sightings involve both aerial and underwater observations of the same craft. The transition between air and water without apparent difficulty suggests technology far beyond our own. While some USOs might be unusual marine life, submerged debris, or misread sonar data, others defy such explanations. The oceans remain largely unexplored, and the possibility that some of the mysteries in the sky also pass through the depths is an idea that continues to intrigue both UFO and maritime researchers alike. Television shows have popularized the UFO mystery. From the earliest days of broadcast television, UFOs have been a source of fascination for producers and audiences. Documentary series have investigated famous sightings, while science fiction shows have imagined encounters with alien visitors. In the 1960s and 70s, programs brought real witnesses onto the screen, blending entertainment with first-hand testimony. More recently, streaming platforms have revived interest with high-definition recreations and analysis of modern cases. While dramatization can sometimes blur the line between fact and fiction, these shows have played a major role in keeping the UFO topic alive in public consciousness. They shape how we visualize the phenomenon, influencing the expectations of new generations of skywatchers. Whether fueling curiosity or skepticism, television ensures that the mystery of the skies remains a shared cultural experience, reaching far beyond the small group of people who have witnessed something for themselves. Ball lightning may explain some UFO reports. Ball lightning is a rare and still mysterious atmospheric phenomenon in which a glowing sphere of light appears during thunderstorms. These luminous orbs can drift, bounce, or even pass through windows before fading away or exploding silently. Because of their unusual movement and vivid appearance, ball lightning has often been proposed as an explanation for certain UFO sightings. Some reports match the size, brightness, and erratic motion of these natural light balls almost perfectly. However, ball lightning is extremely rare, and many UFO encounters occur in clear weather far from any storm. While it may account for some cases, especially those involving glowing spheres close to the ground, it cannot explain all of them. Still, the possibility that nature itself can create something so strange and beautiful serves as a reminder But not all mysteries in the sky are the work of unknown craft. Many UFO reports turn out to be misidentified planets. Bright planets such as Venus, Jupiter, and Mars can appear strikingly vivid in the night sky, particularly when they are low on the horizon. Under certain atmospheric conditions, they can shimmer, change color, or seem to drift, creating the illusion of motion. Venus, in particular, has been responsible for countless UFO calls to authorities, as its brightness can rival that of an aircraft's landing light. Without reference points, a stationary object can appear to move against a dark background, especially if the observer is in motion. While experienced astronomers can quickly identify these celestial bodies, to the untrained eye, they can seem otherworldly. The fact that planets have been mistaken for UFOs for decades shows how easily human perception can be tricked by the vastness of the sky, and how even familiar objects can take on a mysterious aura when seen in twos. The right conditions. Some crop formations show signs of unusual plant changes. While many crop circles are known hoaxes, some have been found to contain features that are more difficult to explain. In certain cases, plants within the formations appear to have been bent, not broken, as though softened before laying flat. Microscopic analysis has revealed changes in cell structure or signs of rapid heating in some samples. These effects do not match the damage caused by mechanical flattening, such as with boards or rollers. Soil samples from these sites have occasionally shown magnetic or chemical anomalies. Though skeptics argue that environmental factors could be responsible, proponents believe such changes point to an unknown energy source. These unusual findings keep the connection between crop formations and UFO sightings alive, especially in cases where strange lights have been reported near the fields before the patterns appeared. The combination of artistry and unexplained physical changes makes these cases particularly intriguing. Engines and radios have failed during close encounters. Multiple witnesses have reported mechanical and electrical failures during UFO sightings. Drivers have described their car engines sputtering or shutting off entirely when a strange object was nearby, only to restart once it departed. Pilots have experienced sudden radio silence, frozen instrument panels, or compasses spinning erratically during aerial encounters. In some cases, the power disruption extended beyond a single vehicle, affecting multiple systems in the area. These failures are often temporary, suggesting the influence of a strong electromagnetic field. While such interference could be produced by certain human-made devices, its occurrence in conjunction with unidentified craft raises questions. If deliberate, it could indicate a form of control over the environment. If accidental, it might reveal something about the object's propulsion. Either way, these incidents leave behind more than memories. They leave tangible effects on the technology we depend on. The Hudson Valley UFO wave lasted for years. From the early 1980 through the mid-1990s, New York's Hudson Valley became a hotspot for UFO activity. Thousands of residents reported seeing massive, silent craft with bright lights arranged in V-shaped formations. Often these objects would move slowly over highways or hover above neighborhoods, sometimes witnessed by hundreds of people at once. Local police received so many calls that they began keeping special logs of the sightings. Skeptics suggested that many of the reports were caused by small planes flying in formation, but numerous witnesses insisted the craft they saw was a single, solid object, far larger than any conventional bar. Aircraft. The longevity of the wave and the sheer number of credible witnesses has made the Hudson Valley sightings one of the most well-documented and debated UFO flaps in American history, still discussed decades later. As an enduring mystery, UFO sightings have been reported on every continent. No matter where people live, from the bustling cities of Europe to the remote deserts of Africa, reports of unidentified objects in the sky have emerged. Antarctica, despite its isolation and harsh climate, has hosted sightings from research teams and military personnel stationed there. In South America, bright lights have been recorded over the Andes in Asia. Strange craft have been spotted near mountains and over densely populated regions alike. The fact that sightings occur in every climate and culture suggests that the phenomenon is not restricted to particular geographic or social conditions. While some may be the result of local technology, weather, or astronomical events, others share similar descriptions across continents: metallic shapes, unusual lights, silent movement. The global spread of these reports hints at a mystery that belongs not to one place, but to the entire human experience of watching the skies. Amateur skywatchers have caught strange objects on camera. With the rise of affordable telescopes, high-quality cameras, and night vision gear, amateur astronomers are capturing more of the night sky than ever before. Sometimes their patience is rewarded with footage of unexplained objects, lights moving in unusual patterns, sudden bursts of acceleration, or craft that change shape or brightness. These recordings can be especially valuable because they are often accompanied by detailed observational notes and timestamps. While some can be explained as satellites, aircraft, or reflections, others resist easy categorization. The amateur community shares these findings widely, allowing independent analysis and comparison with other sightings. This democratization of skywatching means that UFO research is no longer confined to official agencies or well-funded scientists. Anyone with clear skies, the right equipment, and a watchful eye can contribute to the ongoing record of aerial mysteries. The internet has spread UFO videos worldwide. Before the internet, a UFO sighting might remain a local story, shared only through word of mouth or in small newsletters. Today, a video can be uploaded and viewed across the globe within minutes. This rapid sharing has led to a surge in public awareness, as well as in amateur investigation. Social media platforms allow witnesses to compare sightings in real time, sometimes revealing patterns across regions. However, this same speed also spreads hoaxes and misidentifications just as quickly. While the internet has made it easier to document and discuss UFOs, it has also made careful verification more important than ever. Still, the global reach of online sharing means that extraordinary events in one corner of the world can inspire curiosity, debate, and wonder in countless others, connecting skywatchers everywhere into a single, sprawling network of observers. Some governments have released declassified UFO files. Over the years, several governments have opened their archives, releasing once classified reports on UFO sightings. The United Kingdom, France, Brazil, and others have published thousands of pages of witness statements, radar records, and investigation results. These releases reveal a wide range of cases, from easily explained misidentifications to encounters that remain baffling despite official scrutiny. The motivations for declassification vary. Some aim for transparency, while others respond to public pressure or shifting political priorities. While the files rarely confirm anything extraordinary, they do show that governments have taken the phenomenon seriously enough to record, track, and sometimes investigate it for decades. For researchers, these documents are a treasure trove of raw data, offering a rare glimpse into how official institutions handle the enduring mystery of unidentified objects in our skies. In the 1950s, UFO clubs and magazines flourished. The 1950s marked the first great wave of public fascination with UFOs. Across the United States, Europe, and beyond, enthusiasts formed clubs dedicated to sharing sightings, investigating cases, and speculating about possible origins. Magazines with titles like Flying Saucer Review and Saucer News appeared on newsstands, offering witness reports, photographs, and editorials. Meetings often featured lectures, film screenings, and even skywatching events. While some groups took a light-hearted approach, others pursued serious research, attempting to catalogue sightings and identify patterns. This grassroots movement helped cement UFOs as a cultural phenomenon, influencing everything from movies to advertising. Though many of these clubs eventually faded, their legacy remains in today's online communities and organizations, which continue the work and the debates that began during those early enthusiastic years of Tummy. UFO fandom. Many reports come from commercial airline pilots. Commercial airline pilots spend thousands of hours scanning the skies, making them among the most experienced observers of aerial phenomena. Over the decades, many have reported seeing unidentified objects, glowing or metallic shapes that appear at unusual altitudes, move in ways no known aircraft can, or vanish without a trace. These sightings often occur during routine flights, far from major population centers, where the skies should be empty apart from known air traffic. Pilots sometimes relay these events to air traffic control, which in rare cases confirms an unidentified object on radar. While most pilots are cautious about speaking publicly, for fear of ridicule or professional consequences, those who do come forward lend credibility through their training and observational skills. Their reports are a reminder that even the most seasoned professionals can encounter things in the air that defy explanation. Witnesses sometimes report UFOs splitting into multiple parts. In some encounters, a single UFO has been observed, dividing into two or more separate objects, each moving independently. Witnesses describe glowing spheres or structured craft that seem to fragment without any sign of damage, as though the split were intentional. Sometimes these parts rejoin into a single form, while in other cases they disappear in different directions. This behavior has been reported at night, when the lights are most visible, and in daylight, where the separation can be clearly tracked. Such events are difficult to explain with conventional aircraft, which cannot physically divide and continue controlled flight. The phenomenon raises questions about whether the objects are solid in the way we understand, or whether they are composed of smaller units acting together. Whatever the cause, the sight of a single craft becoming many remains one of the more surreal moments in UFO observation. Some UFOs appear to hover silently for long periods. Many UFO sightings describe objects that remain motionless in the sky, sometimes for several minutes or even hours without the noise or movement associated with helicopters or other aircraft capable of hovering. These craft often appear in open skies, above landmarks or over bodies of water. The lack of sound is one of the most striking features, as is the stability of the object despite wind or atmospheric conditions. While drones can now mimic this behavior for short durations, many older reports predate such technology. The ability to hover without visible propulsion or significant noise suggests either an unknown method of lift or a way to counteract gravity entirely. To those watching from below, the effect can be mesmerizing. A moment when the sky seems to hold its breath, leaving only the mystery of what or who might be observing from above. Ancient texts sometimes describe strange lights in the sky. Long before the modern UFO era, people recorded unusual aerial events in their chronicles, scriptures, and myths. Ancient Chinese records speak of fiery spheres and dragons of light appearing during festivals or battles. Roman historians described phantom ships sailing high above cities, and medieval manuscripts depicted glowing crosses and wheels of fire in the heavens. While many of these accounts could be symbolic, linked to religious or cultural imagery, others read like genuine attempts to record unexplained observations. The consistency of certain themes, bright lights, strange movements, sudden appearances, suggests that humanity's fascination with the sky's mysteries is timeless. Whether these were natural phenomena, misunderstood celestial events, or something beyond our current understanding, ancient accounts provide a deep historical backdrop to the modern conversation about UFOs. Radar confirmed some Belgian UFO cases. During the famous Belgian UFO wave of 1989-90, multiple sightings were supported by radar data from both military and civilian sources. Witnesses reported large triangular craft with bright lights moving silently over towns and countryside. On several occasions, radar stations tracked unidentified objects, matching the times and locations of visual sightings. These targets sometimes performed abrupt changes in speed and direction, defying the capabilities of known aircraft. The combination of eyewitness testimony, police reports, and radar confirmation made the Belgian wave one of the most thoroughly documented UFO events in history. While official investigations stopped short of claiming an extraterrestrial origin, they acknowledged that the object's nature and performance could not be explained by existing technology at the time. The case remains a benchmark for the value of combining human observation with technical evidence in UFO research. Belgian UFO sightings in 1989-90 were seen by police and civilians. The Belgian UFO wave was remarkable not just for the number of reports, but for the range of witnesses. Civilians described seeing massive triangular craft drifting over rooftops and fields, while police officers on patrol confirmed similar sightings from multiple locations. The craft were often silent, moving slowly enough for detailed observation before accelerating rapidly out of view. The credibility of the witnesses, including trained law enforcement professionals, made these cases difficult to dismiss as misidentifications or hoaxes. In some instances, police coordinated with each other by radio, tracking the object's movement across towns. These events left a lasting impression in Belgium, leading to widespread media coverage and a public still curious about what exactly passed over their skies during those extraordinary months. Some UFO reports have come from military satellites. Military satellites, designed to detect missile launches and track objects in space, have occasionally picked up unidentified phenomena. These can include flashes of light, sudden heat signatures, or fast-moving objects that do not match known satellites or debris. In some cases, the same object has been observed both from space and from the ground, providing multiple perspectives on its behavior. The advantage of satellite observation is its ability to cover vast areas, including remote regions where ground-based witnesses are rare. While most anomalies detected by satellites turn out to be natural events, such as meteors or reflections from space debris, some remain unexplained even after thorough analysis. These rare cases suggest that the mystery of unidentified objects extends beyond Earth's atmosphere, visible even to the instruments designed to watch the skies for other threats. Pilots over Antarctica have reported strange lights. The icy expanses of Antarctica are among the most remote regions on Earth. Yet even here, strange aerial sightings have occurred. Pilots flying research teams and supplies to isolated stations have reported bright lights moving across the sky, sometimes dipping toward the horizon before vanishing. With little light pollution and clear, cold air, visibility in Antarctica can be extraordinary, making unusual movements in the sky all the more apparent. While some sightings can be attributed to satellites, meteor trails, or rare atmospheric effects like ice halos, others defy easy explanation. The isolation of the continent means few witnesses, but those who have seen these lights often recall them vividly, describing colors and motions unlike anything in their experience. Even at the ends of the Earth, the mystery of the skies seems to follow. Some real UFO reports inspired movie scenes. Filmmakers often draw on real-world events for inspiration, and UFO Encounters are no exception. Some of the most famous scenes in science fiction cinema are based on genuine witness accounts, adapted and dramatized for the screen. Directors have studied declassified government files, interviewed witnesses, and even recreated the exact light patterns or movements described in reports. While these cinematic portrayals often add fictional elements, they also help keep certain cases alive in the public imagination. A sighting that might otherwise fade into the archives can become a visual icon, shaping how millions of viewers picture UFOs. In this way, art and reality feed into each other, with real sightings influencing movies, and movies influencing how future witnesses describe what they've seen. The sky still holds secrets we have yet to understand. Despite decades of investigation, the true nature of UFOs remains elusive. We have better technology than ever for observing the sky, yet mysteries persist. Every year brings new reports, some easily explained, others defying current understanding. These unexplained cases remind us that the universe is far more complex than our current science can fully grasp. Perhaps future discoveries in physics, astronomy, or technology will one day explain what people have been seeing for generations. Until then, the UFO phenomenon remains a meeting point between the known and the unknown, a place where curiosity thrives. Looking upward, we are reminded that the skies still hold secrets, waiting quietly for the moment we are ready or able to comprehend them. SpaceX launches have sparked UFO calls to authorities. The spectacular light shows created by SpaceX rocket launches have often startled people unaccustomed to seeing them. In the minutes after launch, the rocket's exhaust plume can expand into a shimmering jellyfish-like shape, glowing brilliantly when illuminated by the sun at high altitude. These sights are particularly striking at dawn or dusk, when the plume contrasts against the darker sky. In some cases, the effect has been so unusual that witnesses have contacted police or news stations to report possible UFOs. While seasoned skywatchers and space enthusiasts recognize these as rocket trails, the sudden appearance of a glowing, expanding cloud can be disorienting and awe-inspiring. The misunderstanding serves as a reminder that even human-made events, when viewed under unfamiliar conditions, can evoke the same wonder and confusion as the unexplained phenomena that have fascinated us for decades. Venus has been mistaken for a UFO countless times. Of all celestial bodies, Venus is the champion of mistaken identity in UFO reports. Its brightness can rival aircraft lights, and when it hangs low near the horizon, atmospheric refraction can cause it to shimmer, change color, or appear to drift. To an untrained observer, especially in the quiet of night, it can seem to be an unusual craft. Pilots, police officers, and casual stargazers alike have sometimes been fooled by its brilliance. The planet's slow movement against the background stars can make it seem stationary, adding to the illusion. This confusion is so common that investigators often check Venus's position when reviewing UFO reports. While knowing the explanation removes the mystery in these cases, it also deepens the appreciation for how our senses and the vast glowing objects above us can play subtle tricks on the human mind. Psychological effects have been noted after close sightings. Some people who have experienced close UFO encounters report lasting psychological effects. These can include heightened curiosity about space, vivid dreams, increased anxiety, or a profound sense of awe. In rare cases, witnesses describe feeling that their worldview has shifted, as though the experience opened them to new possibilities. Researchers have debated whether these effects are caused by the encounter itself, by the stress of an extraordinary event, or by the reactions of others to their story. Even skeptics acknowledge that a powerful sighting can leave a deep impression, whether or not it involves something truly unknown. For many, the memory remains vivid for decades, influencing personal beliefs and interests. These human stories remind us that UFOs are not just aerial mysteries. They are also moments that can shape lives in ways both subtle and profound. UFO sightings have been depicted in films for over a century. Cinema has embraced the mystery of unidentified flying objects since the early days of film. Silent-era shorts imagined strange craft visiting Earth, while mid-20th century science fiction brought flying saucers to life with elaborate sets and special effects. Over time, UFOs have been portrayed as threats, wonders, and symbols of hope, reflecting the cultural mood of each era. These portrayals often draw from real-life reports, blending eyewitness descriptions with creative speculation. As visual effects advanced, filmmakers could depict UFOs in ways that felt increasingly real, influencing how audiences imagine and describe the phenomenon. This interplay between art and witness testimony has kept UFOs at the forefront of popular culture, ensuring that each new generation inherits a vivid, shared visual language for the mystery in the skies. Rocket re-entries can create glowing streaks mistaken for UFOs. When spent rocket stages or satellites re-enter Earth's atmosphere, they can create dazzling displays visible over vast areas. The debris breaks apart, glowing brightly as it burns, often appearing as multiple points of light moving together. These re-entries can last for several minutes, making them more likely to be filmed or photographed than a fleeting meteor. For those unaware of a scheduled re-entry, the sight of glowing fragments drifting across the sky can be deeply mysterious, even unsettling. While tracking systems can usually identify such events, there are times when the origin remains unclear until confirmed later. The beauty of these fiery trails, slow, bright, and strangely graceful, shows how even known human technology can mimic the awe-inspiring qualities we associate with the unknown. Science fiction has influenced public perception of UFOs. From pulp magazines to blockbuster movies, science fiction has shaped how we think about unidentified aerial phenomena. Early writers imagined interplanetary visitors in sleek silver saucers. Later creators explored more complex visions, from organic-looking craft to vessels the size of cities. These portrayals influence not only what people expect to see, but sometimes how they interpret what they have seen. If a witness encounters a strange object, their description may draw unconsciously from familiar fictional imagery. Conversely, real-life reports have inspired many fictional designs, creating a feedback loop between reality and imagination. This blending of art and observation means that our cultural image of UFOs is as much a shared story as it is a record of actual sightings shaped by decades of creative speculation. Certain UFO encounters involve electromagnetic interference. One of the recurring patterns in close UFO encounters is the sudden malfunction of electrical equipment. Cars stall, radios cut out, compasses spin, and flashlights dim when the object is nearby, only to return to normal after it departs. In some cases, the interference extends to multiple devices over a wide area, suggesting a strong electromagnetic field. While certain military and industrial equipment can cause similar effects, the timing and circumstances in these cases are unusual. Researchers study these incidents closely, as they may offer clues to the technology or physical properties of the craft. If the interference is intentional, it could indicate advanced control over the environment. If accidental, it might reveal something about the object's propulsion. Either way, these moments leave witnesses with both a mystery in the sky and tangible evidence on the ground. Infrared sensors have recorded unknown aerial phenomena. Infrared imaging allows us to detect heat signatures that are invisible to the naked eye, and in recent years, such sensors have recorded unidentified aerial objects. Military aircraft have captured footage of fast-moving shapes that emit heat patterns unlike any known plane or drone. In some cases, the objects appear colder than the surrounding air, suggesting unusual thermal properties. These infrared recordings add another layer of evidence, independent of visual observation, and can sometimes confirm the speed, altitude, and direction of a sighting. While many of these cases remain classified, the few that have been released show that our technology can detect things that human eyes alone might miss. As sensors become more advanced, they may help bridge the gap between anecdotal accounts and scientifically verifiable data. The mystery of UFOs continues despite decades of study. After generations of investigation, the core mystery of UFOs remains unsolved. Governments, scientists, and independent researchers have documented thousands of cases, applied advanced tools, and compared countless patterns. Yet many events still defy explanation. Some are clearly the result of misidentifications, atmospheric effects, or human technology, but others persist as anomalies. The more data we collect, the more complex the puzzle becomes. This ongoing uncertainty is part of what keeps interest alive. The possibility that somewhere within the mass of reports lies something genuinely extraordinary. Until we have definitive answers, UFOs will remain at the crossroads of science, speculation, and imagination, a phenomenon that invites both wonder and relentless curiosity. Some appear glowing or translucent. Not every UFO is described as a solid metallic craft. Many witnesses report objects that glow from within, as though lit by an unseen source, or that appear partially see-through, blending with the sky behind them. The glow may shift in color or intensity, and in some cases, it has been bright enough to cast light on the ground. These qualities raise questions about whether the glow is a byproduct of propulsion, a form of camouflage, or something entirely different. The translucent effect can be especially unsettling, making the object seem less like a machine and more like a living presence. Whether these characteristics are the result of advanced technology, atmospheric distortion, or something unknown, they add an otherworldly quality to the UFO experience that is difficult to forget. And so, our quiet journey through the mysteries of the skies drifts to a close. We have wandered among lights that move without sound, shapes that shift against the stars, and stories that stretch from the earliest human records to the edge of modern technology. Some of these accounts have been explained by weather, by human invention, or by the tricks of our own perception. Others remain unclaimed by reason, still floating in the space between knowing and wondering. The truth, as it so often does, seems to shimmer just out of reach. Perhaps the answers are waiting in classified files, in future discoveries, or in the moments we have yet to notice when we look up. Perhaps the mystery will never be entirely solved, and perhaps that is part of its beauty. For now, you can let the questions rest. Let the weight of the day drift away, and allow your thoughts to wander like those silent shapes across a night sky. Out there, above the rooftops, the forests, and the seas, the stars are shining as they always have, and somewhere among them, perhaps, something else is watching too. Thank you for joining me tonight, here on the Sleepy Science Channel. If you've enjoyed this quiet exploration, you're welcome to subscribe so you can join us for the next video, whenever curiosity calls you back. Until then, sleep well, dream deeply, and may the night be kind.